cold start on this, and then we're gonna take it for one last drive, and then we're gonna dump it in the snowbank. So enough complaining, let's get this thing fired up. I have a bit of a parking crisis here. Keep crashing my Malibu into my 35. So we're gonna rearrange some vehicles. We're gonna put my 36 here so I can crash into that instead. And we'll put the 35 over where the 36 is. So we're moving Chevys around today. Our Marathon 550/17 tire on the old 36 appears to have lost the Marathon, so we're gonna swap it out for this BF Goodrich Silvertown nylon 6-ply. What size is this? Probably 650/16, I would imagine. Still very good tread. Showing some signs of uneven wear, but I believe it will serve its purpose for moving the 36 about 4 feet in the opposite direction. Very good. And here we can see the reason for the Marathon tire's untimely departure. Very unfortunate indeed. Well, looks like we've got another wheezy Marathon that's about to lose the race, so let's get it swapped out. Running dangerously low on 6-bolt wheels and tires around here. Last one that holds air. I know a lot of you 1935 Chevy Master owners out there are having trouble keeping your cars running during this winter. Takes them forever to warm up, and you're noticing a significant decrease in fuel economy. And with today's fuel prices, that really hurts your wallet. So there's a way to avoid some of this, and that's actually by putting a winter front over your grill. So I called up the dealer, and turns out there are no longer any winter fronts available for this particular model. So all hope is not lost, because I'm going to show you how you can make a Saskatchewan winter front for your 1935 Chevy Master series car. This works on the Masters and the Master Deluxes. Step one is to find yourself a cardboard box. If you don't have a cardboard box, you can just visit your nearest shanty town, and usually find a couple of homeless people living in cardboard boxes down there. And with our crippling inflation these days, it's not too hard to find a homeless person. So once you get yourself a cardboard box, you can break it down into its primary components, and we'll show you the next step here. I want to take a real rough measurement of your grill opening here, and then transfer it onto your cardboard. I like to find the widest point of the grill and go from there. About 18 inches and maybe 2 inches tall. So Perfect. Now we got a bit of an issue here because, as you can see, our cardboard has a bit of a flap in it, and it's not large enough to span the entire surface of the grill. So you need not worry. We'll take a little duct tape here and we'll just close that area off. Make sure you remove any staples or things of that nature from the cardboard box so it doesn't mar the finish when you go to put your winter front on. Now we have a real problem here because this grill is wider at the top and then tapers down towards the bottom, and that means we're going to have to do a little bit of basic math here so that we can transfer this shape onto here and get something that's reasonably close. Because the last thing you want on your winter front is to have it flapping out the sides at the bottom, because that's just going to completely ruin the aesthetic appearance of your classic automobile. We got our shape cut out here now, and if you'll notice, we've still got a sharp edge on all the corners, which you don't want. So best way to take care of that is I just take my roll of duct tape and my knife, and I'm just going to use the duct tape as a template to make the round corners. Now, a mistake a lot of people make with their Saskatchewan winter fronts is they don't allow for airflow, and you do still need to have some airflow getting into your engine. So the best way to do that is to get yourself an empty can of Bondo, lay it on somewhere in the center, wherever you would prefer it to be, and then you can trace around that and cut yourself out a hole. If you don't have an empty can of Bondo, I'd suggest you start hacking some cars together until you do. And now your engine has some ventilation. This next step is entirely optional, but I do recommend it. You see, we do have some cosmetic damage to the cardboard, as well as this seam here that is not fully sealed up. So for that, we're going to break out our fiberglass reinforced filler. We're going to seal all those areas up. And in the interest of being environmentally responsible, I'm going to use the circle that I cut out as my mixing board, and this piece of cardboard as an applicator. Filler's all mixed up, and I just stuck my finger in it, so that's really great. Take our applicator here and smush them in there. And there's your beautiful handmade Saskatchewan winter front. I didn't film the part where I was zip tying it on because there was a lot of struggling involved, but I ran 4 zip ties on each corner and strapped her down so she's good and secure now. Now I should mention that for a truly authentic Saskatchewan winter front, you should use a empty box of Pilsner. However, I got kicked out of the liquor store a while back, so I quit drinking just to spite them. Their loss. So this will have to do, I guess. But, quite pleased with how this turned out. I think it's an attractive asset to the overall appearance of the car, and it's going to help me keep the car going this winter. So I hope you found this incredibly useless. All right, let's try to fire up the 35 Chevy. Hasn't run for 3 months. So I got inspired by Gav over at the old Paracow store in New Zealand. He just bought a 1928 Model A two-door sedan, and I think he drove it like 120 miles home. He's got a great collection of old cars and hot rods and stuff like that, and he drives them and uses them quite a bit, so that's awesome. Because here in Saskatchewan, we only got like a 4-month window to actually drive our old cars because there's snow on the ground the rest of the time. Today it's like feels like minus 20 out. That's in Celsius. That's about 0 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. So I thought it'd be a fun day to get the 35 going and take it out for a short drive here, and I'll take you along with and kind of get a feel for the car. It's been sitting for 3 months now, so I thought we'd go stretch its legs a little bit. I've noticed there's a few things I'm going to have to fix on it still before summer, but hopefully it is at least okay for a short drive here. And again, make sure you check out Gav over at the old Paracow store. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's got a YouTube channel, and really cool to see what he's got going on there in New Zealand. I've really been enjoying watching his videos and seeing what he's up to. So again, it's another small channel that doesn't really get as much attention as it deserves. So I'll give them my full endorsement, and let's take this old car for a ride here. Just wanted to apologize for the poor quality of this. All my driving footage came out super exposed for some reason, probably due to my lack of understanding how to film things. So I promise we'll do another driving review on this car sometime in the future. But for now, this is what we're going to have to watch. So sorry again.